Oh, how the great have fallen. Oh, how the great have fallen. Andrew Tate has been banned from pretty much any social media he has right now, or only the relevant social medias. Now, I can say this is a sad day for men because their Lord, their God and Savior, Andrew Tate, has been banned from social media. Now, honestly speaking, I don't really have much to say about this, but one thing I can say is that it's definitely unfair, and with this, it really is proof that you really can't tell the truth on the internet anymore. There's always people out there who want to ban you or do something to you for some reason, especially if you're fighting for men. People are so against toxic masculinity, gender-based violence, and everything. Like, people pretty much celebrated Kevin Samuels' death. There were some people who celebrated Kevin Samuels' death, but I mean, then again, in this whole red pill, whatever you wanna call it, type of world we live in now for men and the manosphere and incels and simps and stuff. I mean, these men are really looked up to by a lot of people. I could say they have more fans than haters. And Kevin Samuel had so many compilations that were extremely funny, of where he would tell people the blatant truth. But I mean, then again, let me get straight to the point. Now, with every one extreme guy that says something that is really either outlandish but truthful, or maybe let's just say he says something outlandish but truthful. For every man that says something like for every Andrew Tate that says something that Andrew Tate would say, or for every one Kevin Samuels that says something that Kevin Samuels would say, there's at least more than 30 women who would say things that are false and that are way worse than anything that these men would say.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump? Oh.
And you see, the biggest part about people like Andrew Tate, and let's just say the biggest part about Andrew Tate is that he doesn't hate women. Like, a lot of these men don't hate women. A lot of them probably like and respect a certain woman, but then when it comes to a woman being a bimbo and using her body to get her everywhere she needs to get in life, how can you respect someone like that? It's like this woman who posts very provocative pictures on social media. How are you going to find a man? Because if the only thing you have as leverage to get a good looking guy is your body, like, if I see your body on social media, or if a guy sees your body on social media, do you think he's gonna care how artistic you are, how artistic you are, how nice, kind, sweet, or whatever? Do you think he's gonna care about your emotions? Do you think he's gonna care about your feelings? Do you think he's gonna actually care about you as a person? No, because you have specifically just objectified yourself to a man who can clearly come in and do whatever he wants. But anyway, it seems like people are celebrating the fact that Andrew Tate has been banned off social media, and honestly, I say it's unfair and there's a huge double standard. Because women these days are allowed to go out and say completely outlandish things. These days, you cannot tell women the truth about anything. You cannot call a fat woman fat. You cannot call a crazy woman crazy. You cannot call an ugly woman, say you are ugly. But then men have to constantly be berated, have to constantly be bashed, abused, kicked around, treated like trash, and then women just say, yeah, that's the way it is, that's the game. But then when men try to tell the truth to women, then they start talking about toxic masculinity, incel culture, and a bunch of stuff. Like, men need to we seriously need to stop letting women gaslight us. They create all these movements to protect them from taking any accountability or responsibility, always nullifying and blaming everybody else for their problems except themselves. But I don't know. I'm sure Andrew Tate's gonna find a way to come back. There's no way you can get rid of Andrew Tate unless he's dead. It's the same thing with Kevin Samuels. If the same thing had to have happened to Kevin Samuels would have found another way. There's podcasts, other people's YouTube channels, because there's no way they can ban everyone that has had Andrew Tate on their podcast or something. So he's a celebrity. He's essentially a celebrity. He's a celebrity and an influencer second, because he was rich way before he started doing social media. He's an ex-kickboxer, so he's pretty much, he's rich, he's a celebrity. So this is really not a fork in the road for him. But I mean, they really did take him away from his relevant social medias. But there's way worse people who are still on these platforms, but then they basically took him off because they said he violated community guidelines, which is BS. That is a very baseless topic, because there's so many women who do so many worse things and say many worse things. But anyway, guys, I don't want to give this topic any more time. But the double standards are crazy. This is Controversial signing off. I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.